What is up, yo? I'm excited to be here. And if you want to learn how to start selling chatbots to other businesses more, comment yes. I've got something really, really good for you that I'm cooking up. So today we're going to really just kind of give you the overall process and kind of give you the roadmap to how you guys can go out there and start getting more clients. And this is amazing for people who are looking to get more clients and are looking to bust in, break into the agency world. And it's also a great opportunity for people to actually go out there and upsell it to, their current clients as well. So if you guys are tuning in, always love to know who's here live, and let me know with just comment where you're watching from. I find that we tend to be on all continents, and I've been getting viewers from all different continents, and we have yet to get someone on Antarctica. So if you just let me know where you're from, and I'm just curious about it. So why is this important though, right? Because I know that a lot of you guys are in one of two spaces, right? And a lot of you guys are out there looking to sell products online, right? Or a lot of you guys are looking to get clients to actually do marketing services, right? A lot of people, I know a lot of people in the marketing world, actually they don't have their own necessarily product, but what they do is they provide services. They actually help other businesses market to generate more clients, right? And so if that's you, this is an amazing opportunity for you to be able to get into the space, or it's an amazing opportunity for you to be able to improve the results that your clients or the results that your clients are already getting, right? So I'm going to check in here and see what we got. Christopher, what's up? Jossie, what's up? We got some people from Sweden, from Greece. I love it. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, because it looks like we've gone international today. So I'm excited about that. And I want to kind of walk through this and why this is so powerful for people, because I know when I started getting into the internet marketing world, it was like really, really hard for a couple of reasons, right? The first is I felt like I had to spend lots of money on ads, right? I felt that was like kind of a prerequisite, was that you had to buy traffic. And I hear that a lot when it comes to chatbots, is that they're like, oh, well, I don't really do Facebook ads, so it doesn't really make sense to be able to do Messenger or, chatbots. But the beautiful thing is that, if you don't do Facebook ads, chatbots don't actually need Facebook you to be able to get people subscribed to them. Unlike an email list, or unlike these things which require you to get internet traffic, chatbots are actually beautiful because you can actually get people subscribed with a messenger code, right? You can actually have it printed on a shirt, and you can have people pull out their phone and they're walking, you're walking around, they just scan their code or scan and they end up joining your messenger list. So the beautiful thing is that you don't actually need Facebook ads to be able to offer it, right? But it is an awesome upsell. It's an awesome addition to it. The second thing is that I know for me, a lot of times that there was these agencies who had been established for a really, really long time. There were a lot of these businesses who had been offering marketing services, who had a ton of clients, who had a ton of case studies and had all these results. And I was like, how do I compete with that? How am I able to compete with people who have been doing this much, much longer than I have? And so what I saw was that chatbots were obviously a way to be able to stand out in that regard too, because it's possible for people to have been doing chatbots for that long, simply for the fact that they've only been out for less than a year, right? So this is so huge. Kiana's out in Maryland. Carlos is in Mexico. Jossie's in Belize. I love it. And I just appreciate all the support. I know, obviously, some of you guys can hang out on my lives. I know Kiana's actually in our program. And just the fact that you guys would spend some time with me, whether it's on a live or if you're catching this on the recording, I just have to say how thankful I am that you would entrust me with your time. So I appreciate that so much. So I want to give you the goods here, but I always want to set stuff up and give you some context for the teaching that I'm actually going to give you, right? Because today we're actually going to walk through literally the steps, step by step, of what you need to do to go out there and get your next chatbot, or next chatbot client. So if you guys are down and if you guys are into this, and this is something that you feel would be valuable for you, I'm going to ask that you take your finger, or that you take your mouse, wherever it is that you're watching, and you click that like button. We're going to try and get up to double digits. We're only at 1 like so far. I can't believe only one person has liked this, but we're going to try and see if we can get into double digits. So I'm going to beg for the engagement a little bit. All right, so let's get into it, right? Because I know that we talked about some of these problems and some of these challenges that we have when we're getting into the digital marketing space, but let me ask here. I'm gonna go take a little survey and a little bit of a poll here. If you guys have already used and already built chatbots and already using chatbots in your business, comment 1, okay? If you guys are on the edge, like you haven't yet started implementing it, you're on the edge, you're waiting, you just need someone to do it for you or you need to learn it, but you want to do it, if you could comment 2. You have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. You're like, what the hell is a chatbot? Is it like the Terminator? Comment 3, okay? Because I want to get an idea of where you guys. Trina's in from Nashville, and it looks like Jossie and Amin are already using them. Okay, cool. So you guys already get the value of a chatbot, right? So what I'm going to take it as, is if you guys already have the value. So Trina kind of gets it. Trina kind of understands. Christopher already gets it. He's using it. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the niche, right? I always say that people go, well, should I make a bot for my agency? Should I make a bot for my digital marketing agency? And you can. I have a bot for my agency too, but I would tell you if you want to actually get a client, don't actually create a bot for your agency, but create a bot for the niche which you are going to be. Because a client doesn't really care what your looks like for your agency. A client wants to see what their agency is or what their business is going to be like. They want to be able to see what their customers are going to be able to experience. They want to see what it's going to feel like for them. Right? And what's beautiful about bots is that within a half hour, 45 minutes, honestly, 15, 20 minutes, if you get really good and do stuff, you can actually put together a very comprehensive experience of what it would be like for customers of that particular business. And so we have a now that we're selling, that we actually partnered with some amazing people, are way smarter than I am. But they put together this bot, and what's beautiful about it is all we have to do is we don't even have to we don't even show it to them. We just record a video of what it's like, and they're in, right? Like just by seeing how it works, they're like, you can do this. This is possible for me, and it's at that price, right? This right away, if you can choose the niche, makes it so much easier. So we're going to get into the demo bot strategy, and I'll give you some tactics and strategies to do that. But you got to pick your niche, right? So Kiana says she needs to go through the course. She's dabbling and building. So Kiana, we have a live call, every Tuesday, and they're going to be Thursdays now. So hop on today if 4 p.m. Pacific. That's only for our students. So I'm sorry if you're not in the Kiana is, so I wanted to give her a little bit of a shout out. So niche is so huge, and the great thing is that chatbots are possible or wonderful for every type of niche, right? They're really, really great for every type of niche, whether it's real estate, restaurants. I mean, throw your niches down there, and I'll give you some ideas on how to be able to do it. I had some ideas earlier today where someone asked me, what about magicians, right? He was like, do you think that, like for you guys, like, I'm curious, throw your niches if you guys want, or your industries down into the group there, and I'll try and give you some help on how it would apply to them. But I thought about magicians, right? He said that magicians sell packages, right? And they have to schedule consultations and appointments and stuff like that. Well, the beautiful thing is that a bot is a delivery system to actually allow people to be able to, to get this information, right? So it can deliver the videos, it can show past performances, it can show testimonials, it can show all the different options. And the great thing is it's a pseudo salesperson, right? So it's a pseudo virtual assistant. And what this actually means is that it's going to, instead of like a website where it's just like blah, it's just like they vomit information at you, and it's kind of like a Walmart where you walk in and you get lost in all the information. A chatbot is more like an IKEA, where they're actually going to guide you and walk you through all of the prices, right? They're actually going to walk you through all of it. So Kiana says she'd love ideas relevant to a t-shirt line. So if you think about t-shirts, shopping is a very, very engaging experience, right? If you think about shopping is something where people like to swipe, they like to see options, they like to go back and forth. Now, on an e-commerce store, you can kind of pixel them and you can kind of find some hotspots, but what if in your chatbot you could actually track every single product that they looked at, right? What if you actually, like, it'd be at the store, you actually knew which one they picked up and put down, right? Like you would be able to track every single move that the customer made within your website, which is your chatbot, right? Within your selling system. And so now you can trigger follow-ups. And now you can start to gather this data based on what these people are clicking, because all of this is going on right in your Facebook, Facebook Messenger. And so you can go back and see, hey, I saw that you, like, literally, if you are the e-commerce store owner, you can, as an individual, go back and say, hey, I saw that you were looking at that black top with this sort of design, right? I love that too. Here's the reason why we created it. Here's a little bit of, history behind it. Oh, and by the way, if you want a 10% discount code, to get it today, here's a code that'll, expire at midnight tonight. But, thanks so much for shopping. You literally can pull out your cell phone, and you as the e-commerce store have the ability to follow up with that. Or you could program that into the bot, right? E-commerce stores, they love the idea of pixeling people, and I love the idea of repixeling people. And like being able to do abandoned cart sequences when you have emails and stuff like that, or being able to do abandoned cart follow-up, retargeting ads. Like, all those are really, really powerful things for e-commerce store owners. Well, what if you could do that for free, right, without running an ad? Or what if you could get the open rates of 90 percentile, right? These are the things that we're talking about, and these are the capabilities that chatbots have for e-commerce stuff, right? So Kiana, give me an emoji if that was helpful for you. Let me know if that was helpful. And if anybody got any ideas out of that, give me an emoji down in the comments to give Zuckerberg a little notice that we're not totally talking about BS here. Jonah, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. So Kiana, so if the site is built on Squarespace, okay. So what's great about that, if the site is built on Squarespace, what's great about it now is when people log on to their, when people land on your website, that you can actually install a customer chat plugin where the live chat that, like, a lot of times comes up and goes to some random place or whatever, you can actually have the Facebook Messenger integrate and pop up there. So if you are building it on top of a website, right, obviously there's some limited integrations that you can do, but where I see this going forward is you're going to be, like, in the next month, right on ManyChat, you're going to be able to pay right within your chatbot, right? I was talking to my partner, and he was telling me that he ordered flowers, he ordered everything from for tomorrow, for Valentine's Day, for all through Facebook Messenger, right? Paid, everything like that. So that's where it's going, is where people are going to be able to pay right there through Facebook Messenger. And so, Kiana, if you have it on a Squarespace site, what you can do is when they land on your website, you can capture them there, and then you can actually do a follow-up. So a day later, right, you can follow up with them and say, hey, did you buy, or whatever. I mean, there's various integrations that you can do, but hopefully that helped in terms of giving you some ideas as well. All right, guys, so we're just on the niche part here, right? We're just talking about the niche. So I'm going to beg for some engagement right now, okay? Because we need to boost it up a little bit. If you guys are getting any value out of this, I'm going to ask that you take your finger or your mouse. Okay, look at this. I still have a mouse. Isn't that crazy? I have a mouse next to my desk, my laptop. But I'm going to take your finger or your mouse and just slam on the like or the love button, because we got to tell Zucks that I'm not a total idiot, and so he can, keep letting me speak to you guys. All right. So once we've got our niche, okay, well, the next thing that we've got to do is we've actually got to create a demo bot for that niche, right? We've got to create a demo bot for that niche. And what's great is that you can create this bot one time, and then it'll be in your back pocket, and it's like your sales letter, right? Almost every time in a sales process, especially when people are marketing services, there's always this inherent, like, oh, send me more info, right? Oh, just send me info. And it's almost like the bane of the sales conversation, because you're like, oh, they just want more info. I'm going to send them info, and then they're going to, they're just not going to, nothing's going to happen because of it, right? Well, now in that aspect, when they ask send them more info, you just go, okay, cool. Here's my chatbot link, okay? You just go to my chatbot, and this will tell you more info. It'll tell you what we do. It'll tell you all about it. It'll actually show you how we actually do it too. You'll get a chance to experience it as well, right? And they're able to experience it, and you just send it to them. Everybody who's interested, you're able to just send it to them. And I don't know, like that's it, right? That's the starter. Now, here's the second part. Now, since they're on your chatbot, you can now follow up with them, right? Because they're on your chatbot, they're subscribed. So you can send them a follow-up message that says, hey, Do you want me to do this for your business? Do you want to see some other testimonials? Do you want to see some other examples of some other people, other, success stories, right? As well. So all this to say that this is something that you can do now that you've built it within the niche. You can send it out, and all of the regular strategies work. Organic strategies, cold email, LinkedIn, direct messenger, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, all direct mail, freaking A, door knocking. Jesus Christ. The old, shake hands, right? Like all of this stuff is possible now because you have this demo bot. And so when people ask, oh, tell me, send me, do you have a website? Yeah, I got a website, but it's way better, right? It's a website and an autoresponder all in one. So you get the niche, then you get the demo bot, okay? So as long as it's making sense, right? And I created a demo bot live on our training last Friday. So if you guys want to, if you guys want the replay of it, comment replay, okay? And I'll actually tag you in the training last time where I actually showed how I created a live demo bot like on the training. It took maybe like 15, 20 minutes or so, but I took a yoga studio and then we went and created a demo bot for that yoga studio. So if you want that, comment replay and I'll come back and I'll tag you in that. All right. So hopefully this is making sense. Okay, guys. And then the last thing is like, we've got our niche, right? We've got our demo bot. And then now once people are interested, how do we close them, right? How do we close them on the deal, right? And I'll share with you, it comes down to two things. First thing that it comes down to is it comes down to selling, right? It comes down to selling it. And then the second thing that it comes down to is that it comes down to the offer, right? What sort of package and pricing are you going to be able to do? So Trina, Christopher, Ruth, Amin, Amber, the other, I don't know, fam, I love you. I'll get you guys the replay. Okay. So you guys, if you guys comment replay, I'll tag you in that. All right. Now, the pitch, though, is pretty much broken down into two aspects. The first is you have to help people understand what is it that they're getting. And I have a simple 3-step selling system that I cover with all my students. But here's the base of it, right? The first is that it's a real-time messaging system, right? What you're able to get is you're able to get immediate feedback. I sent out a message earlier today, and I already have 50 people registered, over 50 people registered for the training this Friday, right? I sent out one message, and literally within a half hour, I had over 50 people registered. And it wasn't like, hey, click, like you're registered. Like, it was an engaging thing. I asked them, do you want to register for this, right? So you're able to engage them immediately, but you're able to get that response immediately as well. Not a lot of people respond to emails. Sometimes they do, but a lot of like the engagement on emails is very low. If you have a high open rate, like that's great, but the engagement on emails for whatever reason is just very low. Whereas Messenger is a much more engaging experience. So it's that real time, that back and forth. You get that immediate feedback. The second thing is it's a survey selling mechanism, right? So any smart salesperson knows that the best thing to do is not actually to start pitching first, right? The best salespeople know that the first thing that they need to do is they need to start asking them questions about what it is that customer needs, what it is that prospect actually needs. And by asking questions, you'll actually get the answers that you need to actually sell them. And so by doing this, similarly, the chatbot can actually ask these questions and then find out what the customer is actually interested in before they actually go out there and start pitching stuff. Does that make sense, right? Like every business is like, oh yeah, duh, but you can do that in a Facebook, like on Facebook Messenger. And then the last part of it is that it is an interactive software, right? The last aspect of it is that it's an interactive software. And that's as far as I go. I go, yep, it's an interactive software. We install it right on your Facebook Messenger. I go, yep, it's a virtual assistant for your business page. Yep, that's all it is. That's how it works, right? It's like a personal assistant for your Facebook business page, right? That's all I do. It's a lead schedule for your business. Like I don't call it a chatbot, okay? Like big tip number 1 is don't call it a chatbot. So, any case, what I got for you guys. So I'm doing all this because I know a lot of people I have had so many students in my program who have taken what I've taught them, right, and how to use and build bots, and then in really doing that, they've gone out and started to get more clients for themselves. They've started to make hundreds, and it's awesome to see them making thousands of dollars from implementing this stuff. So I want to be able to get you guys in on that as well. And obviously, if you're not in the program, come join our every Friday. We go deep, and I try and make them different every single time. So this one, we're going to build a live bot. We're actually going to probably do another demo bot, or we might build someone's bot live on the training. I haven't decided yet, but we're going to build a live bot on the training, and by the end of it, you'll know how to go out there and get your next client with the chatbot. So, Marshall, I appreciate you dropping that, guys. We're at 39 comments. Can we get to 50? I don't know. I love benchmarks. So let's see. If you guys have enjoyed this stuff, comment an emoji if you guys gotten any value out of this whatsoever. Let's see if we can get to 50. You guys would make my day so amazing if we could do that. Why does that? I don't know why that matters. Who cares about comments and likes? But it tells Zuckerberg that this stuff is good, and it tells Zuckerberg that that this stuff is helpful, and I want to be able to reach more people, and I think that that's ultimately it makes these things more exciting. So if you guys got any value out of this, please drop an emoji. If you guys are just hopping on late, drop an emoji, catch the replay. I will see you guys on Friday on the training. Marshall, check this out. Look at this. These are going to be available these are coming soon. The Millennial Skills swag is coming soon. So, stay tuned for that, guys. It's coming, guys. The takeover is happening. Register for the training on Friday. Drop any questions that you guys want. And if you guys want me to tag you in last week's replay, okay, comment replay, and I'll go ahead and tag you in that stuff too. So it looks, guys, we got to 60 comments. One more comment, we got to 60. You guys are amazing. I love all you guys. Have an amazing day, and see you on the training. Ruth, that's all I run is my webinars through Chatbots. So hit me up personally about that. Let's talk more about it, as well. Chris says stay live. Should we stay live? Should we keep going? I got through everything that I want. If you guys have questions, I guess I'll answer those by the people's demand. If you guys want me to keep going, then comment keep going. So I'll answer that quickly then, Ruth. So Ruth, I love chatbots for webinars because what's great about it is you can see if you go through it, it'll capture you, it'll register you for the webinar, and then it'll actually you can send all that information that they need. So the webinar link, if you want to zap it to your easy webinar, or you want to run an automated webinar, I mean, all that stuff is capable. You can do that. You can send reminders. You can send, post webinar stuff. You can send follow-ups, like all that stuff, sales pages. Like webinars ran themselves through email for the longest time. Like, and this is great because it was great because it was through the internet. But I think email is pretty limited in what you can do. And then I also think that obviously the open rates are very, very low. So I always put my, I don't say I always put, but I ask my people if they want to go through a survey, and actually have them go through a pre-webinar survey where I'm able to get all these answers right through the chatbot, get some feedback, and then all of that goes automatically to a Google Sheet. So many capabilities that you can do, right? Because chatbots, they cut down on all the friction as well. Marshall, it says, is there a live master stream tomorrow on V-Day? There is. Marshall, hit me up, send me a message. We'll talk about that. Kelly says that she uses her bots on Facebook pages, and they're great for webinars, right? Yes, Tina is the one who taught me how to run my webinar. So Tina's amazing, Ruth. So let's get together and we can definitely chat and dig into what's working for me. Ronald, so isn't Facebook Live a webinar in itself? Well, here's the difference, right? And I'll share with you. Here's a little peek behind the curtain, okay? On Friday, at the end of it, we're going to have, usually we have 40 to 50, 60, sometimes we have 70 people live on the training. There will be a limited number of people who want to go deeper, right? They're going to be like, hey, Hector, this was awesome, but I have so many more questions. I want to go deeper. I want to take this to the next level. And me as a smart business person, yes, I will have an offer for them, right? I will have a way for them to be able to buy if they want to. But the difference is that it is something that's planned. It's in their schedule. It's something that they're anticipating. And usually I like to do my trainings, if I can, I like to get them on the Zoom call so that they can be focused, so they can be intent on it. So that's the only difference, is that they serve similar, they're similar, right? But there are some definite differences, as well. So anywho, let's see. Chris says, dig into pricing and monthly maintenance for clients. Chris, let's see. Does anybody want to talk about pricing? If you guys want to talk, if you guys are still here live and you guys want to talk about pricing, comment pricing, and I'll see if I can do that. If we got enough people on, we can do that. Otherwise, Chris, I'll just send you a video that I have on pricing and stuff like that, because I actually talked about it on the last training. So the great thing about it is that it's flexible, right? You can offer one-time setup fees, or you can offer ongoing monthly maintenances. It's really something that you can do. I steal a lot of the methods from website builders, because website builders, they had this setup. There was like a large setup build and then an ongoing maintenance stuff, and then Facebook marketers had this like oftentimes like lower like setup, but usually more ongoing maintenance. And what I do is I like to pair it together. I like to pair Facebook advertising with the ongoing maintenance of the chatbot, so that way I can charge even more as well. So that's what I would say is the beautiful thing, is that it's so flexible in what you want to offer, and also in terms of the scale, in terms of the complexity in which you want to be able to build it, right? Like if you just want to be able to go out there and sell stuff, and you want to set someone up on a basic chatbot build that gets them a couple of sequences, a couple of follow-up messages, and we'll like present them with an offer, and it's kind of like a basic sequence, what we call our basic builds. Those can be made oftentimes in less than a couple of hours, and you can charge a couple of $100 to a couple of $1,000 and it'd be completely profitable, right? So depending upon what you want to charge, right? Maybe like I have students in my group who, what they do is they actually go lower in price, right? But that way they can scale, and they actually make their money on the back end of it, in terms of the monthly maintenance, right? And so they're really just trying almost to be a loss leader so that they can make money on the monthly maintenance. And I also have some people who pitch big setup fees, and it's like here's your package. Here's your thing. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to give you a little bit of, context on how to be able to use it, and then also how to be able to, get people on it. But at the end of the day, this is your thing. This is what you're going to do. So, there's so much different, flexibility in what you can do, because it does, and it can warrant maintenance, and it can warrant, it can warrant maintenance, and it can warrant constant, addition of content. But it can also be something that you build once and is just static and just works because you build it once. So it doesn't have to be anything like that. So Kiana, it's I don't like to tell people what price to charge, right? Because you can charge 10 grand, you can charge $1,000. It's just a matter of what value do you offer, and what confidence level are you at to be able to make that ask, right? Or you can charge $100, right? It doesn't matter. And I like what I want to share with you is to create something that is either based on one of two things. The first thing is you want to create something the first thing is that you can create something that is based on what the client wants. So a lot of times the client has these various needs, and you can go into a very deep discovery process about what is that client going to need, what is going to be ideal for that client, what's actually going to be most beneficial and most valuable for that client. And you can see, well, it's going to require a massive build up front, right? What they're asking me is going to take a lot of time up front. But then after that, we're just going to have to kind of, change the oil and make sure the tires aren't flat, right? So really I can charge, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 up front, and then charge a much smaller monthly maintenance, because they're going to come to me if something breaks, or they're going to come to me, I have 2 scheduled broadcasts every month. So you can set parameters, right, on what it is that you offer, and say, you know what, and the other side is that you can, and this is the other way that you can do, is you can create offers based on what your packages are, right? And you can say, you know what? We create this. You get a welcome message. You get 3 sequences. You get to offer 3 different products, and anything else is extra. And then there's a monthly maintenance that includes 1 hour of monthly maintenance and operations and repair. And then you also are able to get 3 different messages that are scheduled in advance, right? And you can put very specific parameters on that stuff. And I think that that's great too, because chatbots offer that ability as well. So does that help, Kiana? Hopefully that helps with you guys. I appreciate and I love the enthusiasm for questions, so I'm not gonna say no to questions, but I will beg for engagement. So if you guys have learned anything today, pick up your finger, your thumb, your mouse, and what I'm gonna do is we are at 15 hearts, so just pound on that love button, or if you're catching us on the replay on YouTube, pound on that like button. Let's see if we can get some. I don't know. I get more excited when more people are on, and I get sad when people don't see this. So, anywho, I love you guys. Go register for the training. Okay, the link's in the description. If you're watching it on Facebook, I think it's up here. If you're watching it on YouTube, I think it's down here. But it'll be on Friday. And Carlene, you are actually in our student program, so we have a call today, Tuesday, and then we also we're not going to have a call on Friday because I'm getting married this weekend. So forgive me, Carlene, we won't have a student call on Friday, but we will have a training. So if you want to come to that, you can come to that too. I love all y'all for sticking with me for, 32 minutes. I usually only like to go 15 because that's when they say Facebook tops out in engagement is 15 minutes. So if you guys are always thinking, oh my goodness, he's always going for so long, I just go as long as I have to. And then you guys obviously kept me around a little longer today. So I love you for that. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dave, come to the training on Friday and ask that question. All right. Then we'll answer it then. Toodles.